Casino del Sol Stadium. There are certain games along the way that define your season, and this certainly will be one of them, a top 5 showdown. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Arizona Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Wildcats head coach told me before the game this could be one of their most important games of the year. With both teams undefeated, this game is a separator. As the college football playoff looms near, they have to separate and prove they are one of the best teams in the country. They have a chance to do that here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Buffaloes will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Straight ahead, it's Miller. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's talk a little about Arizona. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be 1-1.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Rushes on, and they got him.
Hey, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quick catch. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Out wide right, it's Davis. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And, man, this is exactly how you wanted to script this game. Your defense comes out, gets a stop, do a nice job in special teams. Now you get that first down. The juices are flowing. Everybody's feeling confident now. The offense is feeling good. I look, Jesse, for them to open it up now. Try to create an explosive play. They got some of that momentum on.
Yeah, and this is what coaches love to see, too, right? Complementary football for everything you just talked about. And now, if you're the offensive coordinator, you got that first down. This might be an opportunity to take a shot like David said. The defense might be expecting run here. Take a look at what their personnel is. If you got the matchup you like, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Lewis. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Davis. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Lewis wants to pass. Under pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Makes the grab. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week.
Headed to the end zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Might as well run him again. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Trying to squeak through the pile. And he's in! Touchdown, Bucs! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Looking for space. It's Warren. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. There he goes. Past the 50. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First play of the period, first down here. The run inside. It's Miller. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just feeds the running back. They'll mark it down, and that'll be enough for an Arizona first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The give. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Quick completion on the out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quick give. It's Young. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's Lewis to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Got his man downfield. Good, strong tackle.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the 3rd down very manageable.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Miller. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes the handoff, it's Young. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Throwing, Lewis. Left side, it's Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Hits inside, it's Young. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Lewis to throw. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Here comes the noise. Is this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down? Here's Lewis. Lets it fly. Got it down the field. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Second and long here. Lewis. Rush right in his face. Across the 15. Breaks into the open. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Young. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Lewis wants to pass. Look out! He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. On the ground, it's Young. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down? They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks going up against the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's South Carolina in an absolute fistfight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here's Lewis to throw. Turns it upfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Lewis to throw. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
From the gun, it's Davis. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun on third down, Lewis. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Miller. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. See some running room. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Powers inside. Looking for a crease. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Lewis. They're all over him. Out wide left, it's Harris. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Lewis from the gun on third down. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Needs it. They'll knock him down, and he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
They'll move the wide receiver. Lewis. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, it's Davis. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's Lewis to throw. Left side, it's Davis. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just split it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Rides to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Making the adjustment. Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Rushes on. Out wide left. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They give it to him again. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Straight ahead, it's Young. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. So they'll send out the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Drops back on first down. Under pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. First down and more. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And he is sacked, and the quarterback's going to be kicking himself for staying in the pocket a little too long on that one. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. The snap sets up the throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Arizona comes out with another 1st down. He's changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Looking for the score. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. The Wildcats are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Wildcats. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to pass. It's Rivers. Oh, pressure's coming. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today, and it's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise it.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got the back in the middle. At the 45 on his way. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game.